Hi, this is Scott with Clearview Cyclones. I wanted to do a little product review today. We don't have a video dedicated to the EF5, but we get a lot of inquiries on the EF5. And for all intents and purposes, the EF5 is kind of our flagship just because it has universal application for commercial and for the home hobbyist. So we wanted to do a similar video as we did for some of our other products, just to kind of review it. And again, the bottom line, all of our units are engineered for clean air, especially the EF5. So same great engineering principles around the EF5 that we've utilized for the legacy of all of our cyclonic dust collectors. The EF5 in the upper body has still what you can't see is the neutral vane. And that neutral vane takes the dust management and it facilitates it in a direction, and it gets it deeper into the cone, meaning that you're going to get better dust collection in the first stage being the hopper or the 40-gallon barrel or 55-gallon barrel, depending on what it is that you have in your application. What that does is it protects our filters. So our system protects the filters. Where some manufacturers are more dependent on the filters, we don't want to rely on the filters. But if you are looking at the filter and the design of the filter, we cover 600 square feet. The typical rating is at a minimum, you're looking at 200 square feet. At a minimum that you want to have, we've more than surpassed that coverage. A lot of dust collection systems of similar size out there in this same area have about 150 at top. So there's a big gap between us and the next guy as far as coverage. So if quality of air is really what you're concerned with, our filtration systems are going to have you covered. Our geometries and our filtration, we're at a MERV 15. We are at the top end of that MERV rating chart. The next series is HEPA. A little bit of a misnomer with HEPA. People think if they're saying HEPA, that's the best. What HEPA is actually a much smaller micron, and it produces back pressure, which means it builds up static pressure and takes away from the performance of your dust collector. So one thing, in ours, again, same geometry design. This is engineered a little bit differently than our clear systems, but again, we came out with a metal unit a couple of years ago because we understood that in commercial applications where you have forklift traffic, high dust, other environmental type things involved with it, a metal unit's going to withstand some of those environmental circumstances. And we can put this in some very tough situations where there's, high temperature extremes and everything else. Same great performance. We look at the geometry up here, and again, square geometry reduces turbulence, increases velocity, drives the material to where it needs to be. We have a little bit larger, we have some options. We have a larger intake. That increases the CFM performance. So this is a higher CFM than what you would typically see with our plastic units as well. So it's going to move more material and a better option for the industrial application as well. Standard 5 horsepower motor. What people don't realize that if you are in an industrial application, we have a commercial EF5 unit available. It is different in so much as the motors that we have available can be reconfigured to meet a higher standard, whether that be explosion criteria, whether that be three-phase, which is an option, and some other nuances that we have that we would do along with it as well. But again, still for all intents and purposes, we can configure a lot of different things. What some people don't realize, because we don't offer it to the direct-to-consumer market, we have now an airlock unit, which is for continuous improvement. So a manufacturer would not need to take down the operation of the EF5 to clean out the barrel. They simply can just remove it. An airlock unit keeps the system moving, but it keeps material coming out of the system as well. We have pre-separators for anybody that's working with a unique geometry of chip or dust. Maybe it's a plastic manufacturer. Pre-separation may help in facilitating that. We also have inline blowers that can move material along and accelerate the performance of the machine. So we have a lot of different options from a design standpoint and engineering competency that a lot of people don't realize that we offer out there. So I would entertain anybody that's looking at this for an industrial application that they review their application. Get in touch with us. Give us a call. If there's any questions, we'll walk through that for you. We can produce a 3D model based on your application and give you all the performance metrics along with it. We do full installations too. So if there's some question is, how do we install a system? We can answer that for you as well. So just a little bit around it. Obviously our filter stack is again, that's kind of one of the things, if you're serious about air quality, again, engineered for clean air systems. You're going to want to take a look at the full complement of items that we have available to us. We can reconfigure the stands, anything that you need, whether it's wall mount, a freestanding unit, or even something beefier to put some other additional controls in there. We have that available. So I appreciate you sticking with me today. It was a little bit of a longer video, but I really thought it was important to go over the key characteristics of the EF5. Feel free to reach out to us at any point in time again. Appreciate you sticking with us on the video. Thank you.